Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line.
You wouldn't believe Kevin Hart lost this recent round of his and Katt Williams' long-standing tug-of-war battle to Katt, as he accepts defeat most subtly. It seems like Katt got the upper hand against Kevin with his interview clip with Shannon Sharpe that has been going viral. But this is not the end, as Katt Williams won't stop at nothing to bring Kevin Hart to the ground, even if it means plotting against him with his ex-wife. Keep watching to get all the juicy details on this. It's about a decade already since Katt Williams and Kevin Hart have been throwing shades at each other, whether at interviews, events, or even their social media platforms. The whole drama was kick-started by Katt back in August 2014 when Katt had a chance to speak with TMZ Sports. Katt was questioned about his personal opinion on who he thought was the funniest athlete, to which he responded,
I think that Shaq and Russell Simmons should get out of comedy and stay in their lane.
He went on about how athletes don't see comedians trying so hard to participate in any sporting activity. He continued to talk about Shaquille and out of nowhere included Kevin Hart's name in the conversation.
Get out of here, you bum, before I take the rest of your girls. Like you took Kevin Hart from me.
Kevin never responded to Katt's remark as he had felt he was trying to make a joke, just like the rest of the world did. However, Katt's supposed joke about Kevin didn't end there as he pulled out Kevin's name again in February 2016 during his conspiracy theory tour. Katt said at the time that he had already proven that if Kevin Hart was the best man that the industry thinks he's best in comedy, then he wouldn't argue because he doesn't even come close to his talent. He dissed Kevin again by calling him a puppet. Kevin wasn't going to sit back and watch Katt get away with his remark that time. Kevin replied to Katt's claim subtly as he posted a photo of himself, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle at the 2016 Academy Awards with a deep caption saying, "True professionals understand the importance of sticking together and supporting one another. At the end of the day, we are comedians and there aren't many that make it to the level we have made it." Not really caring about Kevin's inspirational caption, Katt challenged Kevin to a stand-up comedy performance the following month. He claimed Kevin would get his ass dusted in the comedy while staking a bet of $5 million. Unfortunately, Kevin never replied. Surprisingly, Kevin's silence triggered Katt positively as he issued an apology for Kevin for his derogatory comments about his talent.
And I should have never mentioned Kevin Hart's name. That is the reigning king of comedy if you ask for popular consensus.
Everyone thought the feud between the two comedians would be over after Katt's apology, but sadly, Katt wasn't so good with his comments and the feud came back to life. 2 years after his apology, Katt Williams went on a morning show named Frank and Wanda in the Morning, where he aimed at Tiffany Haddish negatively. Katt said on the show that the actress lacked comedic ability as she had always claimed.
You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes.
Kevin could be able to take the jabs that Katt throws at him well, but he wasn't having it when he talked about his co-star Tiffany. Kevin got on The Breakfast Club in the same month Katt made his comments and gave Katt back his own words in full detail.
My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this and this.
That episode of The Breakfast Club show made a lot of rounds on the internet as people couldn't help but blame Katt Williams for not taking responsibility for his actions. Interestingly, Tiffany said Williams apologized to her at the 2018 Emmy and even posted a photo on her Instagram where Katt could be seen bowing on his knees to the actress. About 3 years passed and both Katt Williams and Kevin Hart fans could rest from having to support their favorite whenever they threw jabs at each other, but the rest seems to be over now. As usual, Katt brought on the heat again and gave people something to talk about concerning the two comedians and some other celebrities. Katt Williams went on the popular Shannon Sharpe podcast, Club Shay Shay, and gave an account of how he felt about certain people in the industry, especially his longtime opponent, Kevin Hart. The over 2 hours of Katt Williams with Shannon started with Katt telling the interviewer how he felt about the show.
And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told.
Katt didn't take much time as he delved into the lives of several Hollywood stars, where he mentioned the likes of Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Ludacris, P. Diddy, and others. However, Katt's main concern was Kevin, and he didn't hesitate to give it all he had. Katt insinuated that Kevin used to be an industry plant, which was how he shot to fame within a very short time frame.
Going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club.
He continued with his lengthy explanation as he said the package of a comedian going to LA and having his sitcom on network television and even having his own film called Soul Plane that he was leading is so rare, and there has been nobody to have such luck before Kevin Hart. He asked, "What do you think a plant is?" Katt claimed Kevin just did his documentary with Chris Rock, where he showed people that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast, and people took it all in without questions.
Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk, that all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out?
Which was not normal. Katt Williams claimed he wasn't interested in the homosexual theme most Hollywood producers were interested in because the stories don't need to be overly homosexual. But while Katt wasn't interested in taking up those roles, Kevin didn't have a problem with them, and Katt claimed Kevin made him seem like a bad person because he won't break the standards he lives by for anyone. Regardless of his roles being allegedly passed on to Kevin, Katt said he still wouldn't change his standards for the world, and he's on the winning side of those decisions. Katt went on about Hollywood secrets and how various celebrities are not as innocent in real life as people think they might be. That podcast garnered a lot of reactions from people on social media, and while some fans supported their favorite celebrities mentioned in the over 2-hour podcast, others criticized the names mentioned. As expected, Kevin couldn't help but notice Katt's new remarks about him and his career and had to react through his ex account while promoting his new movie on Netflix, Lift, in the same post. He wrote, "Gotta get that anger up, ouch champ. It's honestly sad." He added, "Please enjoy my movie trailer to my next film, Lift, which will be dropping on at Netflix in 8 days. In the same post, Kevin wrote, "There is a moment in the trailer where Gugam Batharao says, 'They really love you.' I now know she's talking about Katt," while including some laughing and crying emojis. Apparently, Kevin Hart still had it in for Katt for mentioning his name again. The comedian made a comment to trigger Katt on ESPN's NBA Unplugged, mentioning that Katt Williams has an NBA basketball court in his living room and he feels he's the first to embrace a true hardwood floor. That's a bad hit from Kevin, to be honest. Somehow, people who love drama will be getting a whole lot of it from this Katt Williams and Kevin Hart saga, as it doesn't seem like it will be ending anytime soon. Katt decided he wouldn't be trading words with Kevin again as he got Kevin's ex-wife, Torrei Hart, to join him on his Dark Matter tour. There's a possibility of this action not being linked to his feud with Kevin, but the audience watching the drama unfold for years can't help but bring the two situations together. Torrei Hart announced through her Instagram that she would be going on tour with Katt Williams. She posted a photo of her and Katt and a snippet from Katt's interview with Shannon and captioned it, "Come see me live with my good friend Katt Williams on the Dark Matters tour," with several hashtags and lined up dates for the tour. Kevin Hart's response when asked about how he feels concerning his ex-wife going on tour with his sworn enemy shocked many people. The comedian's facial expression might not have matched his words, but it still didn't change the fact that he wished them well. In response to TMZ, this was what Kevin Hart had to say.
You know, your ex-wife is going on tour with Katt.
I want everybody to win. I hope the tour is great.
Torrei also told TMZ that Kevin loves everybody and there's no beef between them. So yeah, do you think Kevin Hart genuinely wished Katt Williams and his ex-wife well as they plan to leave for the Dark Matter tour? Or do you feel a more profound meaning should be read to Kevin Hart's body language when asked about it? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You don't want to miss out on more exciting updates coming up.